Hi. When you reach for your glass of wine, where does your mind go as you take your first sip? Oh, wine, where have you been all day? How I've missed you. Or maybe you think about how incredible the Malbec tastes as it touches your lips as your long day comes to a close. Because hell, you deserve it, right? Well, I bet there's one thing you're not thinking about, and that's the 72 FDA-allowed chemicals and 130 grams of sugar per bottle that you're drinking in every sip. Yuck! Not such a relaxing thought anymore now, is it? Maybe even just hearing that completely shifts how you look at wine. I know it did for me. The worst part? None of these additives are even disclosed on the label. Winemakers are allowed to make their wine without having to disclose the fullest of ingredients that are lurking in the bottle to the very people that are drinking it. Hi, I'm Christine Fitzgerald, nutritionist of 20 years turned winemaker, and for good reason. As a nutritionist, I knew that the wine on the market was falling short. I called it, dumb wine, because it was laced with all these chemicals and undisclosed sugar that were screwing up any diet that I put my clients on. This led me to placing wine on the no list, which, as you can imagine, didn't make my clients so happy. In fact, I soon jokingly became called as the mean nutritionist because I said no to wine. Well, for good reason. I was really looking out for them. I was the angel. They simply couldn't drink wine on a diet and get results. It wasn't reality. They had to choose the wine or the diet. But at the end of the day, that was not a sustainable solution. That's no fun. And like my clients, I wanted it all. I wanted a satisfying glass of wine, a healthy and fit, good-looking body, and to be able to go out and socialize with my friends without the guilt. I wanted to have fun. I knew there had to be a way, but it wasn't going to be by drinking dumb wine that was already on the market. I soon discovered that wine could be healthy, and I'll reveal that wine very soon. But quick spoiler alert, it is possible to drink wine that not only tastes so good, but is also amazing for you, meaning that you can reach for that glass and feel really good about it. But first, let's take a look at what's really in the wine you've been drinking. Let's start with the grapes. Have you heard of an ingredient called glyphosate? The cancer-causing ingredient in wheat killer has been approved by the FDA to be sprayed on crops since 1974. The result? Grapes covered with this known carcinogen is making your way directly into your wine. Gross! In studies commissioned to test beer, wine, and hard cider brands for glyphosate, 19 out of 20 alcoholic beverages showed higher than allowed levels of glyphosate that even included organic as well. Now let's get to the sugar. You can find up to 130 grams of sugar per bottle in your wine. That's about a half a cup. That's pretty gross. And what about dye? Did you think all those wines were naturally a perfect purple color? No. Turns out your wine might actually contain purple dye. It's often used to add sweetness, also known as more sugar, and a coloring agent. Why? So you'll buy it. And that delicious oak flavor you might taste as a note in your wine, known as wood chips and sawdust. No joke. You're drinking some sawdust and you're drinking some oak chips. Gross. Now for the filtering process, because we're not done yet. Known as fining agents, ingredients such as milk. Let me pour that in. Yeah, it gets better. Blech. And egg. And crack this egg right into the glass. Ugh. Ugh. They're all used to remove excess proteins and cloudiness from the wine. Do a quick search and you'll also find something called isinglass, which is really just a fancy way of referring to the bladders of fish. So excuse me while I dig into this fish and get all of this out and drop it into your glass. Appetizing, I know, right? And are these ingredients even necessary? The answer is hell no. What people don't realize is that the reactions that they're getting from drinking wine, the headaches, the congestion, the hangover, could be due to all this crap. So if you're allergic to milk, to eggs, to shellfish, you should be wary of drinking traditional dumb wines on the market. Because if they're not telling you what's in it, how do you even know what you're drinking? And here's one thing. It's not just grapes, because if it was, you wouldn't feel like crap after drinking one glass. Now let's look at a chemical, Velcorin. Velcorin requires a hazmat suit and a special license to handle, if that gives you any insight to how harmful it is. Well, shocker, this is just one of the 72 chemicals allowed by the FDA that go in your bottle of wine. Now, I say if it requires a hazmat suit to be handled, why on earth is it approved for us to drink? Let me put my mask on and pour in my Velcorin. There we go. All right, and hold on to your seats for this one. Velcorin isn't just in the wine that you're drinking, it's also in all the sports beverages that your kids drink. And why is it added? To kill off everything, all bacteria and mold, without having to filter the liquid. However, it kills everything, including the good bacteria. It's just like taking a dose of antibiotics. So for wine, which started out as a beautiful living beverage, think of an apple, nutrient-rich, versus a Twinkie. Dead nutrients, makes you fat. Velcorin completely kills off any good bacteria or nutritional value you might have otherwise gotten from your wine. Here's the deal. Sick grapes aren't going to make healthy wine. Sick wine makes you sick. But what if there was a smart wine? Not only one that held its nutritional value and was completely honest about what was inside, but a smart wine that would leave you without side effects. No flushing, no headaches, no congestion, no bloating. Miraculous. A wine that was even good for the earth? I can't wait to tell you more. Did you know that 5,000 years ago, the Romans used natural ingredients like turmeric and lemon in their wine to enhance it for their unique health benefits? So what happened? How do we go from drinking wine that nourished and healed us to wine full of 72 different types of harmful chemicals? We went from enhancing our health to destroying it. There are now more chemicals in our wine than grapes, as you can see from this disgusting glass. So what's the solution? Well, after looking for one myself, I decided to create my own wine, a wine that would not only taste amazing, but would also be so good for you. No more chemicals, no more sugar, and definitely no more headaches or hangovers. It's called Smart Wine, and for a reason. This is smart wine, designed to offer all the incredible benefits of natural wine without any chemicals or additives that you'll find in dumb wine. This guilt-free, keto-friendly wine is good for you. Yes, you can quote me on that. And I created it myself because of the massive gap in the wine industry. So what makes Smart Wine so different? Our customers rave that they just can't live without it. If they drink any other wine, they wake up bloated with a headache and hangover. They just can't function the next day. With our wine, people can wake up, they work out, and they can fulfill their mission. From the mom that is taking care of the kids at home to someone that's going to that 9-to-5 job, there are no side effects and no residual feelings of guilt from the wine they drank the night before. What a concept! This is a testimonial from one of our customers that's a doctor. I drank a few glasses of wine last night. I woke up today, I taught a spin class, a swimming lesson to an autistic child, and I worked all day long, and I feel amazing. Smart Wine, where have you been my adulting life? With a big laughing, big smiling emoji. How does Smart Wine give you all these proven results? Well, we've combined old tradition with a modern twist. First, our grapes are organically grown, and unlike any other wine company in the world, we lab test them for glyphosate, mold, and nutrition content. In fact, we are the only wine in the world to be certified glyphosate-free. That's right, no cancer-causing weed killer in your wine glass. When it comes to filtering, we say no to ingredients like fish bladder and cow parts. Gross! As a certified vegan company, we instead use bentonite clay from the ground to remove any kind of excess protein. Then we clear harmful bacteria with something called diatomaceous earth pads. Basically plant fiber. Isn't this amazing? Absolutely no hazmat suit is needed. Then we do as the Romans did, and we infuse my signature day after remedy consisting of organic turmeric, organic lemon peel, organic muscadine grape skin, and organic chicory root, all proven to improve overall health and to mitigate any of those typical day after symptoms that you get, such as a hangover, bloating, headache, stuffy nose. And none of these ingredients change the flavor of the wine or leave any sediment at all. Lastly, all of our organically grown grapes are energetically treated. We have skilled people who test the chi or the life force of the vines to determine what they're lacking nutrient-wise. Then we provide those vines with the nutrients needed to make them grow big and strong. Magnesium, for example. Lab tests have proven that our wine has 30% more resveratrol in it than any other wine on the market. That is a tremendous antioxidant boost. And for the first time in winemaking history, we proudly display a nutrition fact label on the back of our bottle. And on that label, you'll find only 1 gram of sugar in the entire bottle versus the 130 grams of sugar. And not only that, only 2 carbs per 5-ounce glass. Yeah, you're welcome. You could say that transparency and integrity are at the top of our list of priorities, along with making an incredible and healthy wine. Isn't it time to be both healthy and social? I think so. To live guilt-free when you reach for that glass of wine. When we go back to our traditional winemaking roots, you can. So let's honor the earth and ourselves by creating and consuming healthy wine that is life-giving from vine to glass. With Smart Vine, that's exactly what you'll get. Don't waste another glass on dumb wine that's only going to make you feel terrible and guilty. Why do that? Be smart. Be one of the first 50 people that click this link below to get Smart Vine Wine's limited time special just for you. Cheers.